One station surveillance camera showing a new view of a violent out in a parking lot of a South Florida apartment building. The barrage of bullets sending 2 people to the hospital, and it lands a rapper in jail.
Okay, good morning. Mr. Williams, you were arrested for pursuant to an arrest warrant. It was issued June 3rd. It's charging you with aggravated battery with a firearm.
Come on, baby. You tell me it look good. Cut it out. You don't like dreads. I'm gonna cut it off.
Thank you.
Memphis just cranked the volume back up. Word around the city is Pooh Shiesty is lying low at all. He may not be completely free yet, but he's already moving where it matters most, in the booth, not outside. And judging by these new bars, he's not rapping just to rap. There's intent behind every line. Messages are being sent, direct and unapologetic. If you've been paying attention at all, you've already caught it. He's back home after serving only 3 years of that 5-year sentence, and the whole energy changed the moment he touched down. The Memphis Menace didn't waste a second. His name started buzzing through the city again, not just off the comeback, but off the pressure packed into those bars. This was never going to be a low-key return. Anybody who knows Memphis knew the moment he touched down, the balance shifted. While he was gone, loyalty got put through the ringer. Quiet plays, slick switches, and people picking sides in silence. The moment that the federal door cracked, he didn't start talking. He let the visuals speak first. New chain shining, heavy money in motion, locked in with Big 30, dropping federal contraband like a warning label.
Task force up in Tennessee has arrested a man in the fatal shooting. 2 people at a rap concert in North Mississippi. U.S. Marshals arrested Sheldon Gibbs last night at a home in Memphis. Now, Gibbs is wanted on first-degree murder warrants. Those are in connection with the deaths of a man and a woman at a rap concert in Como back on July the 12th. He is awaiting extradition to Mississippi.
The internet immediately went full detective mode, analyzing every bar like it was coded. And if you actually listen, this isn't just music. It comes off like a message. When he said, going all bad, but I'm patient, knowing something good is gonna come next, oh silly, just got kicked, he went straight to a DX. That line hit different. The streets started whispering instantly, because if you know, you know. That wasn't just rap. Talk.
Hey, I believe Pooh Shiesty posted something like, damn, that he dissed and now he can't even walk.
Yeah.
You know, something like that.
Yeah, he ain't has to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Now he's checking the scoreboard, making sure everybody knows he sees it all. Who disappeared, who folded under pressure, and who stayed solid when it really counted. But it was that one line that hit hardest, when he spoke about being on bad terms with Scar before he passed, and not even getting to say, I love you, that told the story plain as day. Big Scar's loss still weighs heavily in Memphis, and people say that moment broke something inside Shiesty. He's back now, but the circle is different, smaller, colder, sharper. His eyes were wider, more alert than ever. Pain like that doesn't fade, it sharpens you. And when Scar passed, it left wounds that never fully healed. That's why this comeback feels tense, not celebratory. While he was behind bars, the city kept grinding. Moneybag Yo stacked his paper, built his empire. Big 30 kept dropping heat, holding his ground. Memphis slowly split into factions, and that's when the whisper started. Big 30 and Moneybag are not seeing eye to eye anymore.
So I seen, you know, at one point, you were, I think, in the arm 3 times?
Nah, I got shot on 2 times. 2 times, then I got grazed right like down here somewhere.
The tension had been simmering under the surface for a minute. Big 30 is family to Shiesty and showed love when he came home, but he also had connections to Moneybag through his cousin Big Nuke, who ran with Bread Gang before tragedy struck. Big Nuke was killed in January 2022, and since then, the energy has been heavy. The streets say Big 30 felt used, like Moneybag only linked up for strength, not loyalty. Meanwhile, Shiesty heard all of this from the inside, hearing Moneybag spit lines like, "You the one that did fake stuff, I stood there, and I don't need any security in the club." Street translation, "I'm outside, I move how I want, I run this." You really think Shiesty didn't catch that? And trust, the streets definitely caught it. Now that he's back outside, everybody's watching his next move closely. People are asking where he really stands. Does he stay locked in with Big 30 as day one from chopper ties, or smooth things over with Moneybag and the Bread Gang side just to keep the city calm? But that question only scratches the surface. The real tension comes from old wounds that never healed, stuff that was left open long before he ever went behind bars. Way before the Fed stepped in, Shiesty already had friction brewing with certain names in the city. Back in July 2020, word started spreading about Shiesty and Big Boogie having issues. Nobody ever confirmed how it started, but that Mississippi concert flipped everything upside down. Sheldon Gibbs, allegedly tied to Chopper Gang, showed up, shots rang out, and 2 lives were lost. From that moment on, everything changed. Law enforcement tried to connect the dots, but the streets already drew their own conclusions. Ever since then, Boogie's name stayed attached to that situation like a shadow that wouldn't leave. Then came EBG Jizzle, bold enough to remix Back in Bled just to throw a direct jab at Shiesty. He said, "Whopped it across my heart, that's on my soul, Lil Pooh." And that line alone crossed a serious boundary. That type of disrespect sticks in Memphis, especially when the record was still hot and the person being dissed built his name on street respect and loyalty. Weeks later, Jizzle got hit. Rumors flew fast, some saying he was left unable to walk, and from inside the pen, Shiesty laughed it off. Still, it proved one thing loud and clear. Even behind bars, Shiesty still had reach. And now that he's fully back outside, the tension feels different, heavier, because Jizzle and the EBG side never stopped talking. They kept calling him washed, saying he lost the streets, saying Big 30 was the one holding the torch. But here's the real truth. Nobody in Memphis actually wants to test face to face, not after the message he already sent from prison. When he said, "They locked me up for 5 winters, gotta shine to beat the summer," that wasn't just a flex. That was him saying he waited his turn, studied the game, and now he's ready. That's what got people uneasy, because the last time Shiesty moved with that kind of quiet confidence, things shifted fast. Moves were made, lines were crossed, and careers took hits. Folks, remember this time, though. He's moving smarter. No reckless posts, no messy drama, no extra noise, just coded bars and controlled silence. Moneybag has been lying low since the drop, while Big 30's posting love on the gram, and fans are noticing everything. They're seeing who stayed quiet, who didn't comment, who didn't show public support. And in the streets, silence speaks volumes. If they don't welcome you, that usually means they're watching your every move. Gucci Mane gave public love, calling Shiesty one of the biggest, but insiders say that 2017 connection might be cooling off too. Shiesty's running his own chopper label now, CEO mode, full independence, talking like someone who learned too much during confinement to ever hand control away again. And he said it himself, "I'm the biggest, ain't no CEO or OG over me, I'm CEO status." That line says everything about where his mind is right now. While fans celebrate the release, people close to Memphis can feel the shift. The air's heavier, the vibe's tense. Too many old issues mixed with fresh pressure. This is not a victory lap. He's not out here trying to make friends or play peacemaker. He's moving like a man with unfinished business, watching closely who crossed him, and even closer who's smiling in his face while moving funny behind his back. Every bar feels deliberate. Every lyric carries weight. Even the whispers on trap blogs sound like a ticking countdown. Because in Memphis, when someone like Pooh Shiesty sends messages through music, it's never just entertainment. That's a warning signal, plain and simple. But here's the part people aren't really talking about. His release didn't just open doors, it shook the city. While everyone's focused on which side he's on, old street connections have been moving quietly in the background. Word is certain crews are regrouping, rebuilding, reminding the streets they're still here. Nobody's saying names out loud, but the tension is obvious. His comeback might not start something new. It could reignite something that never fully died. Then there's label talk heating up again. Atlantic, 1017, even some newer Memphis imprints circling, throwing bait, trying to lock in a piece of his momentum. But people close to him say that the door is closed. No contracts, no shortcuts, no paper chains. This time, he's keeping his masters, his name, his movement. Fans are dissecting every freestyle frame by frame, catching lines like, "Ain't no big homie talking for me, and I'm back to leading troops." That's not subtle. That's a man saying he's done taking orders and done being used. Even Moneybags Camp felt that one, because when Shiesty said troops, everybody knew exactly who that was aimed at. Rumors are already flying that he's back in the studio with heavy hitters behind the scenes. Names like Lil Durk and ESTG getting whispered, the type of link-ups that make the whole city stop and listen. But that same move could pull him deeper into old rivalries, because once your name is hot, everybody wants a piece of your story. And the online chatter has been loud, too. One fan said, Shiesty gotta leave Memphis or he's gonna get pulled back into old problems. Another said, keep chillin', stay focused. The only bars he should see are inside the booth. Two totally different reads, same concern. So now here's the real question. Does Shiesty's comeback bring peace to Memphis, or does it reopen chapters that never closed? Can he rise above the same trenches that almost buried him, or will pride and old grudges pull him back down? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, and I'll see you next time.